Hey everybody, today's project is going to be my 40-gallon native tank. Yesterday I removed a sunfish that was in the tank. It was getting big enough that it was causing problems with the other fish in the tank. You can see some mosquito fish kind of hiding in the back there. The population of mosquito fish in this tank has gone way down, so I'm pretty sure the sunfish was in there devouring some of the smaller mosquito fish. So we do need to add some more fish to the tank, and I want to get the tank cleaned up and everything, get a water change, get maybe some of that mulm and stuff vacked out of the bottom. So we're going to get on with doing that, but before we do that, we're going to go throw my minnow trap out across the street at one of my neighbor's houses. I'm hoping we can catch something other than just mosquito fish, and we can get a variety of different minnows in there. Who knows, maybe we'll catch another small crayfish or something. So we're going to take a walk across the street. Give me a second, and I'll see you on the way. Alright everybody, we are actually using my tripod as a selfie stick, so we'll see how well this actually comes out when we get it all put together. Well, we're just walking down across the street, so we're going to turn the camera around here in a moment. I just wanted to say hello and let you know that I was unable to find my minnow trap anywhere. I looked all over the place and just could not find that minnow trap anywhere, but I did find a couple of my crayfish traps. And so that's what we've actually got with us, and when we set it up I'll show you exactly how I've got it set up. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn the camera around and we can have a nice little scenic walk across the street. Now I'll go ahead and speed everything up. It'll only take a few moments. All right, here we are. Now it's been a long time since I've been over here, and they just had some work done. They had this bridge rebuilt, and I don't know where a good spot to put the minnow trap is going to be. I don't really see any deep pools. We used to have a nice deep pool where this tunnel flowed out, and I guess that's probably going to be a good place to do it again. I'm going to assume that's a deer bone. Certainly looks like one. A little small for a human femur. So I think right here is going to be where we actually set it. No reason not to. So hang on half a second here. Now, the way this works, it's basically got a funnel shape with a hole in the end, and that forces the fish to go down inside it. And the difference between the crayfish trap and the minnow trap is the size of the holes. So you can see it's got really big openings there, and that's designed for crayfish to be able to fit through. The minnows will still go in, but a lot of them will probably be able to get back out, so we'll have to wait and see how effective this is. And as far as bait, I'm just using regular fish food. I got a variety of cichlid pellets, some krill, and a few algae wafers in there. And I think that should be enough to draw some fish in to check it out, but we'll see. Alright, I'm going to take that deer bone home with me. So there it is. I've got it facing lengthwise on the current, so it should draw the fish right on him. So we're going to give that a couple of hours. I'm going to go home and get working on the tank, and then we'll come back and check it out in a little while. Alright everybody, it's now Monday afternoon, and we're going to walk up the street and check the trap. Honestly, I don't have very high hopes for this, simply because the hole in the crayfish trap is so large to allow for the crayfish to go through. I think the minnows will be able to just find their way back out of it. The minnow trap, by comparison, has a hole that's about a quarter of that diameter, very slender, and it allows the minnows to just sort of slip in, and then they can't figure out how to get back out. So with that giant hole in there that's crayfish size, we might actually have lost some of the minnows overnight. But that's okay, because we got that bone, and as a lot of you already saw, I put it in the tank. So whether we catch any minnows today or not, we will have a look at the tank for those of you who haven't seen that bone in the tank already. And I just wanted to point out that the reason I put it in there was not to be morbid or weird or anything like that. I just put it in there because finding bones along the side of the stream is fairly common, as we just saw. You know, people hunt around here, and when they're done with their deer carcasses, they chuck them on the side of the road. They're not supposed to, but they do it all the time. And as a result, I find deer bones, deer teeth, skulls. I find a lot of vertebrae. Very common to find animal remains when I'm out and about walking around the stream. So seeing some bones in the bottom of my fish tank, to me, actually looks kind of normal and natural. Now, obviously, I don't have to keep it as prominently displayed as I put it. I just put it that way for that other video, just for the sake of, you know, being able to see it. But I think that bone in there will be a nice addition to the tank. So anyway, we are rolling around the corner right here. So let me get down there and set up. That's it, everybody. One little crayfish. So we are going to take that home with us, but as I suspected, there was no minnows at all in the trap, just this little crayfish. So let me get this in the bucket, and then I'll see you back at the tank. Alright everybody, here's the tank nice and cleaned up. I topped the water back off, and even though we didn't catch any fish, we are going to add this little crayfish to the tank. So why don't we try setting him well, I was hoping he might have crawled across the land a little more than that, but he did not. So he's now in the tank, and he's going to have to fend for himself and figure out where he wants to stay. I did want to make a few final points, as I already mentioned, with that bone. If this is the first time you're seeing that bone in the tank, I apologize for my reflection. I probably should have put on some dark pants before I did this. My khakis are reflecting in the tank there, but that's a pretty good look. So again, I don't know if that needs to stay there so prominently displayed like that, or it can get tucked into the back somewhere where it's a little less visible. But either way, I think that's going to serve a purpose. And again, I like it. I think it looks pretty neat. And again, I see bones outside in the wild so often that that doesn't seem morbid or odd or weird or anything to me at all. It's just a deer bone. I see them all the time. So there you go. But if you find that unpleasant or distasteful, you can let me know. I'll take other people's, points of view into consideration. I realize I post these videos publicly, and if that's something that too many people find distasteful or something, I can always move it out of the way. It serves its purpose. That's all I'm really concerned about. And the last point I will make about this tank is that I cleaned that glass up. I finally got all that white stuff off the glass. I'm not sure what it was. I can only assume it was some sort of calcium deposits or something. I'm not used to having hard water, and this tank, because of the additives I keep talking about and the calcium I put in this tank, I think that's what that was. I think all the splashing on the front glass, as the water dries up, it leaves the deposits behind, and I was unable to get that stuff off of the glass no matter how much I wiped it with the magic erasers, and I tried rubbing my thumb on it, and it just was not coming off. So what I did was I took a little bit of citric acid and mixed it with water and wiped it on there with the paper towel carefully so as not to get any of the citric acid in the tank, and it wiped right off and got the tank completely clean. Now this was yesterday afternoon, so it's gotten a little splash and some water drops and stuff like that have accumulated on it since then, but I was amazed at how easily that citric acid wiped that stuff right off of the glass, which again lets me know it was probably just calcium and magnesium deposits from the dissolved minerals I've been putting in the water. But we got the tank looking nice and clean again, and that's what I'm happy about. So there you go. We're going to go out one of these days and catch some minnows. We can always go up to Graves Run or take the dip net out somewhere. Worst case scenario, I can always catch more mosquito fish. They're really easy. So while I would like to see some variety in the tank and see a few other types of minnows, having 30 or 40 mosquito fish swimming around in this tank would be pretty cool looking too. So we'll see how this plays out in the long run. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Hope you like that. Check out Dan's Outdoors and More, my other channel. If you like these outdoors sort of videos, I do more of this stuff over there on that channel. I also have memberships available. I have 3 or 4 videos available for my members now, although nobody apparently has watched any of those videos yet, so I don't know if it's a lack of members or a lack of interest or what, but I do have some videos available in the members area, and of course I do always appreciate the super thanks I get, so thanks for that, and thanks for watching. So see you on the next one. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you soon.